Assertion. In lipid bilayer in membrane, lipid are arranged with polar head towards outer side and the hydrophobic tail towards the inner part. Reason. This ensures that the nonpolar tail of saturated hydrocarbon is protected from aqueous environment. A. If right. Assertion. Integral proteins can't be extracted easily from plasma membrane. Reason. Integral proteins are partially or totally embedded in the membrane. Right. Assertion. RER is rough. Reason. This endoplasmic reticulum bears ribosomes. Right. Assertion. Golgi apparatus remain in close association with the endoplasmic reticulum. Reason. Material to be packaged in form of vesicle from the ER fuse with the CIase phase of the Golgi apparatus and move towards maturing phase. Right. Assertion. Lysosomes are capable of digesting carbohydrate, protein, lipids and nucleic acids. Reason. Lysosomes contain almost all type of hydrolytic enzymes. A. If both the assertion and the reason are true in the right. Assertion. Some iron concentration is higher in the vacuole than in the cytoplasm of plant cell. Reason. In the plant tonoplast facilitate the transport of some ions against concentration gradient into the vacuole. Right. Assertion. Chloroplast can synthesize proteins. Reason. Chloroplast contains ribosomes. A. If right. Assertion. Ribosomes were discovered after discovery of electron microscope. Reason. Ribosomes can be observed by electron microscope. A. Right. This statement is true. A. Microtubules are composed of tubulin. B. Microfilaments are composed of actin. C. Intermediate filaments are resistant cytochalasin B and colchicine. Right. What are flagella and cilia of eukaryotic cells made of? A. Tubulin. B. Right. Cell lining of the lumen of the fallopian tube is involved in ciliary action transport the egg from the ovary the uterus. The cytoskeleton structure responsible for this movement is A. Flagella. B. Microfilaments. C. Microtubules. D. Wrong. The intermediate filaments found in hairs and nails are a type 1F protein, composed of A. Tubulin. B. Keratin. C. Vimentin. D. Lamin. Right. Malformation of these cytoskeleton structures can be linked in inability contractor muscle. A. Microfilaments. B. Microtubules. C. Right. This is a microfilament inhibitor. A. Cytochalasin B. B. Wrong. This is the most heterogeneous type of cytoskeleton filament. A. Intermediate filaments. B. Microfilaments. C. Microtubules. Right. This cell lacks cytoskeleton. A. Prokaryotic bacterial cells. B. Eukaryotic plant cells. C. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic animal cells. D. None of the above. Wrong. Filaments are composed of A. Mosaic protein. B. Wrong. Filaments and microtubules is classified as A. Cytoskeleton. B. Active skeleton. C. Vertebral skeleton. D. Endoplasm. Right. Ribosomes are produced and assembled in A. Mitochondria. B. Cytoplasm. C. Nucleolus. Right. An outer membrane is not present in A. Lysosome. Right. Nucleoproteins are synthesized in A. Cytoplasm. B. Nucleoplasm. C. Nuclear envelope. D. Nucleolus. Wrong. Which of the components of nucleolus disappears during late prophase and reappears during telophase? A. Nucleolus. B. Nucleoplasm. C. Chromosomes. D. Nuclear pore. Right. The main function of nucleolus is A. Protein synthesis, B. ATP production, C. DNA synthesis, D. rRNA. Right. Which of the following can pass through a nuclear pore? A. Ribosomal subunits, B. Mitochondria, C. mRNA, D. Both A and right. Which of the following are synthesized in the nucleolus? Right. Nucleoli were discovered by A. Felice Fontana, B. Robert Hooke, C. Robert Brown. Right. Synthesis of ribosomes in prokaryotes occurs in A. Nucleus. Wrong. Find the incorrect statement. A. Nucleoli are synthesized around nuclear organizing regions. B. Only one nucleolus is found in the nucleus. C. Right. Which of the following gene helps in identifying transformed cells? Wrong. If the plasmid and the foreign DNA are cut by the same restriction endonuclease, recombinant DNA can be formed by joining both by A. Polymerase III, B. E. coli, C. Ligase, D. Taq polymerase. Right. Find the incorrect statement about plasmids. A. They are circular. B. They replicate independently. C. They are transferable. Wrong. The DNA molecule used for integrating foreign gene for cloning is called A. Vector, B. Carrier, C. Right. Which one of the following is correct for the plasmid PBR322 of E. coli? A. AMPR and teta, antibiotic resistance genes. B. Right. The T plasmid is found in A. Agrobacterium, B. Yeast is a 2 mm plasmid, C. Rhizobium of the roots of leguminous. Right. Replication of plasmid DNA other than initiation is controlled by A. Bacterial gene, B. Mitochondria. Wrong. Antibiotics are used in genetic engineering. They are useful. A. Keep culture free of microbial infections. B. Select healthy vectors. C. Identify replication start sites. D. As selectable markers. Right. A single-stranded, radiolabeled molecule of nucleic acids is right. A vector that can clone only a small DNA fragment is A. Cosmid, B. Plasmid, C. Yeast artificial chromosome. Wrong. Name the non-membrane bound organelle exclusively found only in animal cell. Right. If the centromere is located at the proximity of the end of a chromosome, it is known as A. Acrocent. Wrong. Flagella, centrioles, cilia and basal bodies possess evident similar structural elements and arrangements. This can lead this probable hypothesis. A. Loss of basal bodies should lead loss of all cilia, flagella, and centrioles. B. Disruption of one of these types of the structure should necessarily disrupt each of the others as well. C. Natural selection for motility must select for microtubular arrays in circular patterns. D. Motor proteins such as Wrong. In the plasma membrane of a few animals, the presence of cholesterol A. Makes the membrane less flexible, permitting it sustain greater pressure from within the cell. B. Enables the membrane stay fluid more easily. Wrong. Component of plant cell absent in animal cell is A. Cytoplasm, B. Cell membrane, C. Right. The association of more than one ribosome with a single molecule of mRNA. Right. This cell organelle is responsible extract energy from carbohydrates form A. Right. Balbiani rings are the sites of A. RNA and protein synthesis. Right. This organism is not an example of eukaryotic cells. A. Right. The main site of different types of cellular activities is right. This is not the function of plasma membrane. A. Energy transduction. B. Intercellular interactions. C. Responding external stimuli. D. Assisting in chromosome segregation. Right. In the plasma membrane, carbohydrates A. Always faces outwards, towards extracellular space. Right. In the plasma membrane, glycolipids are usually situated in A. Cannot be predicted, it varies according to cell types. B. Inner leaflet of the plasma membrane. C. The outer leaflet of the right. The major interaction responsible for stabilizing plasma membrane. A. Hydrophobic interactions. B. Hydrophilic interactions. C. Wrong. In the plasma membrane, lipid molecules are arranged in A. Head parallel. B. Alternate. C. Scattered. D. Series. Right. Ion carriers are located in A. Plasma membranes. B. Right. In the plasma membrane, the best method study the properties of integral membrane proteins is A. Atomic force microscopy. B. Freeze fracture analysis and electron microscopy. Wrong. In the plant cell, this layer is present nearest the plasma membrane. A. Tonoplast. B. Middle lamella. C. Secondary wall. D. Primary wall. Wrong. Beetroot, if kept in cold water, anthocyanin does not come out due plasma membrane. A. Dead. B. Differentially permeable. C. Permeable anthocyanins. D. Impermeable anthocyanins. Wrong. Plasma membrane is made up of A. A protein, a lipid and a cellulose layer. B. Bimolecular lipid layer surrounded by protein layers. C. A protein layer between two lipid layers. D. A lipid layer between. Right.